All right, what's going on, guys? Big Steve here, Online Affiliate Studio. I'm just going live for the first time because I'm just going to see how the StreamYard is working. And then I'll be able to go back and, see what kind of changes I need to make, see what it looks like. Right now, this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at my screen, but, I've got another camera, another computer over here. But until I get that kind of situated the way I want it to look, um, I'm going to be moving into what I'm going to be doing here, and I'm not even really going to be able to see what you guys see. So this is what you guys are seeing at the bottom. There's a legacywithsteve.com. You can get that, go to that link, and then you'll be able to kind of connect with me and kind of take it from there. But the whole point of this live stream is for me to just jump in and just start getting to work. All right. There is no right or wrong way to do YouTube. There's just not. And if you've been looking to do YouTube, or if you've been looking to build something or build a business or do whatever on YouTube, there are a lot of people who are going to say a lot of different things. I saw a video yesterday where one of the people that I kind of follow, was like, uh, you know, do ugly videos, jump in your car, record your phone, and just do it. And then you'll get engagement. And, people like the whole thing, especially if you're over 40. Okay. I'm over 40. I'm pretty much going to be targeting people that are over 40 and who are looking to do the things that I'm looking to do, which is pretty much get your life back together. But then, that kind of advice to me is bullshit a little bit, right? I mean, nobody's going to jump in your phone and just start talking. I mean, you guys seen like DoDash. Uh, you've seen a lot of people kind of just get out there and just talk about their lives. That's all great and all, but I mean, who at the end of the day, who is that really helping? You know. So here we are. It's 6:30. I'm only doing this till about 7:30. I'm going to work on a video that I kind of been wanting to put together about like how I'm kind of going forward in my channel. I'm doing StreamYard with lives because I am going to be jumping on lives. I want to start doing interviews with other people in my field of interest, and that's kind of how I'm going to be moving forward. Um, yeah, so let's just kind of get into it. Again, this is live. This is me going to be looking back on this live. But again, I want to start getting this stuff out there. So this is being recorded to my Facebook page, and it's being recorded on my YouTube channel. And these are going to be lives. All right. But like I said, what I'm working on today is a presentation of a video that I will be putting on my channel, because the whole point of this is to start building up my YouTube channel back again. All right. So again, if you're on here, nobody's going to see this because nobody's really following me at this point, and it's fine. But that's how online works is. I give you guys like the unedited, unfiltered truth, no BS about what it really takes to earn money online, no matter what it is you're doing. All right, and part of what I'm doing is YouTube, and building out the income streams that I'm working on and building out currently. All right, so let me just get into what I'm doing, because again, the gym opens up at 8 o'clock on the weekend, so I've got to be out of here by 7:30, 7:40, so I can make my way over there and I have time to do what I'm doing. Again, what I'm learning is time blocking is very important when it comes to what it is you want to do, and there's only so much time in a day, right? So you've got to really focus, and like I say all the time, you got to live with intention, right? If you intend to do this, do it. So I intend to get my workouts in because I'm trying to lose 100 pounds here. Got to get your workouts in, and then you have the rest of the day to do whatever it is you need to do, whether you got to go to work or you got to deal with family. There's only so much time in the day, and time blocking is very important. So let's just jump into it. So what I wanted to do with this is, again, I'm putting in this video together about 4 steps that it really takes to create an online business and to get yourself to like $10,000 a month, right? So here I am in Canva. You guys are seeing this live. This is just what I'm going to be doing. Got to pick one. Don't go crazy. Just, if you're in Canva and you've got like the pro plan, they give you a whole bunch of stuff here that you don't really have to create from scratch, right? So just create one or pick one. All right. And as I say that, I'm looking to see which one I can pick. All right. I don't really care what it looks like at this point. A lot of these, they're built out for you, you know, on the premium plan. It's cool because um, you got slides. Let's see. I need to do all that. Pick one. Again, I just want to keep it real simple. All right, it's not even in English, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to be changing this up. All right, let's just pick one. All right. Now, again, what I want to do, kind of put out there, was how to get to $10,000 a month using just 4 steps. So let's just create what that is going to say. And I'm doing this. This whole point is kind of you'll see how as I build out my YouTube channel even more. Again, my YouTube channel has been out there for 10 years, but as I get deep back into it and where I'm at this stage in my life, this is you can kind of follow along with me to see how I get there. How to get to $10,000 per month. Let's see. 4 steps to month. You don't need all that. Easy. Okay. Let's see. 4 steps a month, you know, $10,000 a month is $162,000 a year, right? So there's again 4 steps. So let's just do step 1. And again, by me doing this live stream, I can start this process. And then tonight, at the end of the day, I can go back to it and retweet whatever I need to retweet. So a big portion of this live stream, again, is so I can see how it looks on the other side by just doing the live stream, start to get you guys to see who I am and what I'm doing. Because if you've seen me at all, you know that I've been coming at you guys here and there over the last like 10 years with bits and pieces of my business and what I've been doing. And again, money wise, I've been up and down. Business wise, I've been up and down, but here I am rebuilding everything. So step 1 is getting your personal credit straight. Personal credit. All right. Now, when we do personal credit, what am I talking about? Let's just delete this. I don't want this. All right. When I say when you're working on to get to $10,000 a month and going from personal credit to business credit, you really need to get your credit into that 700 and 750 range. All right. Getting your personal credit. Let's see. Getting your personal credit to the 700 and above FICO score. All right. Now, what that means is, let's see. All right. Now, how do you do that? You create, well, one way to do it is by creating trade lines. Create and build credit trade lines. Now, let's go back. Credit trade lines, and again, I'll break down more videos like Ava, Kickoff, Credit Strong, Self Credit, those type of things. I should list them here. Create and build credit trade lines. Let's see. Well, the first thing with personal credit is you're going to have to manage. Well, first, get your credit reports. Forward. All right. And stop it. All right, so yeah, your personal credit. As I do this live stream, I know I'm gonna have to go back and edit out all this like what is it? Dead air, right? All right, so you get your personal credit to the 700 above credit score. All right, create and build credit trade lines. Let's see. Now, one of the things I've done was where I've said I've claimed bankruptcy. Like what? I started the process about 4 or 5 months ago. So right now I'm still waiting on a discharge. And once that discharge comes, then you'll be able to go back and I'll actually see what's on the credit. And then I can start, disputing or cleaning it up. All right. So and I guess you could say dispute, clean up, dispute or whatever, just pretty much manage your credit reports. Manage your credit profile. So personal credit is getting your personal credit to the 700 above credit score. Managing your personal credit. Seems like it's kind of redundant to say that over, you know? Again, this is why I'm on here doing this live, because there is no perfect way to do YouTube, right? Square to 700. What else do you have to do with your personal credit? All right, you're trying to get it. Well, you're working to get it to the 700 above credit score in order to qualify for business credit. Create and build credit trail lines. Create and build credit trail lines. Makes sense. To your credit profile. That makes sense. This whole number thing. What else? I'm not sure. Let's see what this looks like. You definitely want to check your credit reports. Now, when I'm going to say check your credit reports daily and weekly to kind of manage for errors, right? So you're going to check your credit reports for errors and items that need to be deleted, updated, right? Meaning okay, so yeah, getting your credit score to the 700 above FICO credit score, getting your personal credit to the 700 above credit score, check your credit reports for errors and items that need to be deleted or updated. Again, I've done bankruptcy, so when that discharge comes through, then I'll be able to actually see what's on there and see what kind of changes I need to make, some errors, that stuff that didn't come off, I may have to dispute it or whatever, so we'll see. I'll show you that as that comes, we get into that. You're going to create and add credit trail lines to your credit profile. Yeah, so that's adding all those things again, like AVA, Credit Strong, Kickoff, so all those things that give you like a that help you build your credit. All right, they're like companies that are there to help you build your credit. All right, that's fine for personal credit. All right, so step 2 in this 4 stages. I don't know if I like all that. But we just duplicate page. I don't know if I'm going to be using that, so let's just Duplicate the page. Duplicate the page. Because again, I'm just kind of see where I'm going with this. All right. Step 2 will be business credit. All right, now when it comes to business credit, once you get your personal credit, as you're working on your personal credit to get to that business credit stage, you don't have to wait until your credit score gets to a 700 or above. You can start to establish business credit in the meantime. All right, what does that mean? That means getting your LLC set up correctly. All right, that means getting your what? Your let's see, what did I do? All right, so getting your LLC correctly. Obtain funding. Everybody's talking about business funding all the time now. It's like the trend. I see all these videos about business funding. I'm gonna get you $100,000 in 6 days. All right, but then what are you gonna do with it? So getting your LLC set up correctly in order to obtain funding. All right, what does that mean? That means getting your professional business phone number. Right? There's like 3 things you're gonna need. Phone number. Wait, let's see. Business phone number. I want to say it's like a virtual phone number. It's just a professional business phone number. You know, what do I have? I have an 888 number. So that would be I say you should get a toll-free number. You're going to need a virtual address because, for the banking, you're going to want to use your own personal address, your home address. But for the virtual address, you're going to need that for your website and I'm going to say your 411/Google business registration. And I'll do a video on how you guys can set that up later as well. Let's see. And again, get your business banking account. Right. Right. So in business credit, you're going to get your LLC set up correctly in order to obtain the funding. You're going to need a business if you're going to be looking to get business credit. You're going to need a professional phone number, a toll-free number, which is like $10 a month, a virtual address. I use iPostal. A lot of different places where you get a virtual address from. Again, I'll do another breakdown video on exactly how to do that when I do this other video. And that's in order for your website and like your Google business registration, things like that. And to get your EIN. Oh, wait, did I put that in? Put that in. Get your business account. For that, you're going to need your EIN number. because you need that EIN. Get your EIN number. And what is that code that they had? NAICS code. All right, now that code is, let's see, make this a little smaller. Should I move this up a little bit? All right, get your EIN number and your NAICS code. And what that is your, it's kind of your, what the bank's looking, what kind of business you have. And I can show you that real quick because that's what I did when I looked in Jet. I said, give me a idea of what NAICS codes I should use for like a business, because I wanted to be kind of broad. Banks don't like when you are, what's the word? It's harder to get funding when you have certain codes, like financial codes, because obviously, they're strict when it comes to who they're lending money to. So you shouldn't have codes that are associated with like real estate or credit repair, stuff like that has anything to do with kind of like money or financials. That's kind of like a red flag. So I was looking at Safe and Broad again. I'm using ChatGPT, for it's a great assistant for like broad. I used 541-611 for like general management consulting services that I use for mine. So you just want to be very broad with that. Yeah, and it wasn't hard. Let me tell you, I went in there and again, I saw a video where somebody was like, I'll get $5,000 together before you open up a business banking account. Get your website in order and blah, blah, blah. You don't need all that. You just need to go do it. I went to Chase. So I have a Chase business account set up and good to go. And I wanted to talk to somebody and I wanted to get a BRM, which is a business relationship manager. And I was told, well, they only really deal with people that are generating $1 million in income, that high level to get your BRM. Because a BRM is when you actually have somebody to talk to as a relationship manager. So you don't really have to go into the bank and you start building that relationship. And I'm saying that to say this, I just got a call today from my BRM, and it was a lady named Tanya from Chase Bank. She introduced herself. We talked a little about what my business plans were, and I started to build that relationship. And I put $500 in my account. So there's a lot of BS online as far as what you need to do. And I think what that does is scare a lot of people and hold a lot of people back from doing what they need to do. All right. So my business is just getting going. I haven't generated any income yet, but I wanted to put some money in there so I could start paying for like the softwares that I'm using and the tools that I'm using for my business. So I can, use them as business expenses. So again, I'm saying all that to say, don't be afraid to just get started. Even if you're starting small and if you only got like say $500 to put in your business bank account, just create that bank account and just kind of get going and get started. All right. So the next thing is step 3, and step 3 is working on, your aggressive. I'm taking this from Monica Main. So I'll probably do a video on her not too long ago because she's one of the people that I follow as far as getting a lot of this stuff going. So you're going to need an aggressive, an aggressive. And again, this is just what I'm doing. Side hustle. All right. You need an aggressive side hustle unless you just love your job and you just continue working at, God, I don't want to say one thing and mean another. So it is what it is. If you're here, then whatever job you're working is just not enough. So you need an aggressive side hustle. All right. And I'll show you as I move forward in mind what that is going to be. And I'll tell you straight up right now. You need money. An aggressive side hustle is it's not more money. It's not the need for more money. You already know that. An aggressive side hustle is doing a side hustle that's going to bring in quick money and good money to either replace a 9 to 5 or to supplement your income. All right. Bring in good additional money to either replace or supplement your current income. That's it. All right. You need an aggressive side hustle to bring in a good additional money to either replace or supplement your current income. All right. You do, period. So unless you're making money straight up from your business that you're in, you're not watching this video. So you're looking to, create that because you just don't have it yet. All right. So where are we at? And I can only tell you what I'm doing. I can only tell you what I've done. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to make money online. And if you're in my group and you're doing something, just come at me and I can help you either kind of point you in the direction I see where you're going, because there's a million ways I've done it. I've made money in a lot of different ways online. All right. But the way that I'm going to be moving now is going into freelancer work. Places like Fiverr. That's exactly where I'm going to be going. I'm going to be putting a gig on Fiverr, creating books. Period. So you need an aggressive side hustle to bring in good additional money to either replace your 9 to 5 or to, get you to that point of while you're working on your business. All right. And again, this whole thing is to get you to that $10,000 a month. So if you're making $10,000 a month at your job and you don't need this, again, you wouldn't be here watching this. But if you're not and you're looking to do something different, this is what you need to be doing. This is what I'm going to be showing you on my YouTube channel and in my group that you're getting with. Right. And again, going down to step 4. Step 4 is all about your investing and passive income. All right. Investing in passive income is when you're getting a good side hustle going. So you either quit your job or you're bringing in $500 to $1,000 a month, or no, $500 to $1,000 a week in whatever side hustle you're doing. You've got your personal credit going, you've got your business credit going, you're bringing money into your business, you're building that relationship, you're starting to establish yourself. So again, I don't want to work for the rest of my life. I know you all don't probably want to work the rest of your life if you're with me. And when I say work rest of you, I mean hard work. You know what I mean? So you're going to want that passive income or like investing. So you're going to want to start investing into like stocks or maybe real estate. If you're following along with me, it's probably going to be real estate because that's where I've been. I was a realtor at one point. I did wholesaling. I like real estate. All right. So investing in passive, where are we at? Investing in passive income. Let's see. I should have been writing while I was talking. Once you're starting to get established and bring in decent additional income, to create passive monthly income that builds generational wealth. Again, that's why you're here. Like I said, legacywithsteve.com. We're here because we're working on our legacy. All right. I'm just going to be straight up with you. I failed my children. I feel like I failed my at this point because, I'm not really set up for generational wealth. So if you're feeling the same way, you're with me and we can work on this stuff together. Once you're starting to get established and begin decent skinner, you're going to want to create passive monthly income that builds generational wealth. Again, with vehicles like real estate. Let's see. Stocks. What else is there? Stocks and trading. Let's see what else is there. Real estate, stocks. I don't know. Those are things I'm interested in. So again, if you're here, we're looking at the same kind of stuff. Real estate, stocks. All right, I don't need any of these. Delete, 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 delete. Delete. All right, for now, that's it, really. So 4 steps to $10,000 a month. You're looking at personal credit. Business credits, an aggressive side hustle, investing in passive income. Again, my aggressive side hustle that I'm going to be working and showing you is how to create a Fiverr account. Like I said, live with intention. Don't put it out there if you're not going to do it. Create a Fiverr account. And build. Freelance work. All right, fine. Create a and sell services. All right, because you might create something different than I'm going to create on Fiverr, but Fiverr would be like one of the better ways to go, in my opinion. All right, and then again, step 4, investing in passive. Once you get your business, once you're starting to get established and bring in decent additional income. You're going to want to create passive monthly income that builds generational wealth, period. And one way to do that, it's a good way, in my opinion, is real estate and stocks. And again, in those two different areas, there's a lot of different ways to do it. You can buy and hold, you can fix and flip stocks. You can get into ETFs, but that's a whole nother thing. So we'll get there. Again, it's all stages. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little live. Again, I'll go back to it later and chop it up. Use Streamline to kind of chop clips out of it or whatever to work on my personal branding. And I'll put this, this live is going to be on Facebook, so it is what it is. And it'll be on my YouTube channel under the live section. So I'm going to build that back up. All right. And here we are at 7:17. So I got a lot of stuff done within 40 minutes of work. And again, I can play with this later. and chop it up the way I need to see it. So we get a 40-minute live. You guys are seeing me. I'm building this business. I'm building it in front of you. You're watching me cook live. All right. So if you want to kind of get started, and I'll help you work on your stuff too, legacywithsteve.com. And look, nobody's going to do it for you. Let's just go get back to the the motivation, the whatever, the sayings. If you got stuff that you want to do it. We all don't live forever. Live with intention. I feel better that I've gotten this done and at least started putting this together. Don't go to sleep every day feeling like you haven't accomplished what you're trying to accomplish. The ideas have got to come out of your head and you got to kind of put action to it. All right. So I hope you guys enjoy your Saturday. Be safe out there. And, I'll see you guys in the next one. All right. Peace.